Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Who am I but I'm Dre Mac? Came into the game just to sit back. Into the space that I'm in. They call me Bobby Drake cause I'm cold with the pen. I want no diamonds but I feel shy. You can dig me cause my boy's mine. My tracks flame like a Damu. The hardest blood on my tongue. These niggas warm blue. I'ma throw with a gas leak. Camouflage in the mist, but you smell me. One spark, then I bet you I'ma blow up. They throw my name around, get stupid, then you go dumb. No rest for the weary. A versus thinking in his man, but you can't see me. You rather drink than go pull up. I'm jerking knife through the game, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. I came to eat at the a la carte. Got stripped of a bear, call me brainstorm. Then I come together like a Voltron. Then I poured all the planks to use Decepticons. Fake rappers that retreat like Cobra. 80s they can float it like up in the storage and I'm E-man. Up, down, down, then I'm cheap. You a beast, man. I take a beating. Ninja Turtle rap, turtle clans get defeated. High in my ride, you can call me Night Rider. You can never stop me, cause I'm a guy ball. Bad attitude like a rocket, my whole to the A, and I bet you can't stop us. LL bad when I go and show up. You can hear the haters in the back. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What is going on, everybody? This your man, Dre Mac, coming to you. I almost forgot my name. What's up? This is your man, Dre Mac, coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mac Show. 7:30 in the morning, Central Time, 8:30 on the East Coast. You're from the West Coast. Get up, because you already know that the early bird gets the worm. And we are going to part 2. Not all heroes wear capes. How Black Americans saved America from further depression. The second half, the other video of Tauren Reign Reloaded. We are going to get into that video today. I've already watched, I'm not gonna lie, I watched like 5 minutes of it, and then I had to stop it because it's basically, I had to be able to structure my description for this, so I had to actually understand what he was actually saying from the beginning to get everything I needed to make the thumbnail, to make the which I'll see the thumbnail, to make the description for the video. And I know Tori got nothing but heat on this. And for you guys, I didn't, man, when I tell you I literally been working, I got new super chats videos for y'all. I got some new commercial breaks, couple new commercial breaks for y'all. Again, shout out to D Sizzle. D Sizzle and me have been putting some stuff together. So again, shout out to D Stizzle for some of the stuff that he sent me, and then I put I do my thing. I do my thing. You know what I mean? And yeah, buddy, boy, we got some stuff for you. So again, hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gant over at the Heavy Gant Reacts channel. But you already know how I do. The real question is,
Are you
Say why you hating on my energy? Say why you hating on my energy? I don't think you wanna be my enemy.
all right. And before I get started, shout out to Ernie, aka the Bourbon Outfitter, hit me up yesterday in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the video. We might be, we might have a collab in the future. So that'll be dope to be able to do that with Ernie. I would love to get him on the Blurred AF. You know, me, Mika G, Blue, you know what I'm saying, and chop it up, or unless he want to come in one of these morning shows, we probably do something pre-recorded and then upload it in the morning, you know what I mean? But yeah, that'll be something dope that we can be able to do in the future. But again, shout out to him, shout out to the video that he did. He really put his foot, you know what I'm saying, all up and through these grifters, you know what I mean? So shout out to that, and all the people that are mad at me because I'm pointing out grifters. Stay mad. Tauren Reign Reloaded, of course, the man of the hour, doing a reaction video to his reaction to his video. So shout out to him. I'm glad he was, you know what I'm saying, he didn't take it personally. That I kind of just shifted a little bit so I could get the blur without fear. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate him and everything he does, and especially with this video, I can't wait to get into it. Judah Vision, what's up? Good morning. Most definitely hit me up on IG at the Real Dre Mac, and then you know what I'm saying, we can kind of go from there. Junior Network, good morning. Calico, good morning. My man Rashad Walker is up here. Good morning. My girl Sharita's up here. What up, Sharita? Good morning. Oh yeah, they were up. Hey, I'm trying to tell you. You should see my Tyrone Magnus short. Boy. What's up, Kiana? Good morning. Earl Hughes, good morning. Tina, aka Minty guys, good morning. Roberta, the church auntie. Good morning. Y'all already know. Don't act no fool up in the chat. She gonna get you. Stop playing. You know what I'm saying? None of that language either. Erica D, aka She Loves Fantasy. Good morning. Y'all hear him? Shout out to that like button too. Eddie Foster, good morning. SKNL Sam, good morning. Let me see. Robin D, the admin, one half of the admins. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe right now. Preset is up here. Good morning. Xavier Phoenix is up in the house. Good morning. Big Samage is up here. What's up? Good morning. Let me see. My man Deron, Wagwam, my brother. What's going on? Good morning. Of course, we could G of Cinematic Nightmares. Y'all need to check this out. Y'all need to check out her last live. I was in there dying last night. She went over the movie Sugar Hill, not the one with Wesley Snipes, but the Supernatural Voodoo Woman. That movie is hilarious. It's everything Black exploitation is. Her and I can't think of the brother's off top's name, but they go and recap it. It's like a kind of like the like throwback movies. You know what I'm saying? Retro, like a retro review. I would just say, just go watch it. That movie is funny. And she know what I'm talking about. I'm about to drop my cigarettes just saying that. But make sure that y'all check it out, Cinematic Nightmares. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to Mika G channel. You already know she is part of the Blur AF along with my man Bluminati. So make sure, like, share, subscribe. All right. Michael Johnson's up in here. Good morning. My man Andre Ware is up in here. Good morning. The quarterback That's my guy right there, Eric Shaw. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, I got some butter biscuits for y'all. Oh, yeah, Al Pete, yeah. Yeah, Al Pete. Make sure. Yes, from 1976, Tina. Y'all need to go watch her stuff. Oh man, it is awesome. Check. I was listening to it last night when I was at work. Trust me, it is every bit worth it to go listen to that podcast. All right. So before we get started, let me shout out the crew. This time I got every single person that's in the crew. This is all updated. Make sure to shout out y'all. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait. Whoa. Stop everything you're doing. Go and hit that like button. I know this is probably your first time watching and you probably enjoying everything. Stop fucking on the channel and go and hit that subscribe button so you never miss one of my videos or one of my morning live streams. And for only $2.99 a month, you know you can be a part of the crew. And shout out to all my crew members that have been holding it down for Dre Mack and the crew since the beginning. All right, back to your regularly scheduled program, now in service. Go. Bye. And again, shout out to every single member of the crew. It took a minute to figure it out. Only thing I feel bad about is that Phoenix Blaze. Shout out to Phoenix Blaze too. She's been rocking with me ever since the Jonathan Majors trial. Maybe probably even before that, but I know I started seeing her during the Jonathan Majors trial. Her name kind of like gets cut off, but it's all good. Phoenix Blaze, we love you over here. We appreciate you being a part of the crew. And if you want to be a part of the crew, all you got to do is hit that join button. $2.99 a month. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Big Macs ain't even that amount no more. So I made it $2.99 because I remember you used to get a number one Big Mac, large fries, and Coke before it gave you all the cancers. It just gave you a little of them. Now, you know what I mean? It's like $30 for cancer. And I don't want that. I can't eat it no way. Gluten allergy. But again, shout out to everybody that's a part of the crew. Of course, you get priority messages. You got the emojis. I'm working on a biscuit emoji and a honey emoji right now. So I got some stuff in the works. You know what I mean? But before we get started, I told you I've been working, right? So just, sit back, relax. We'll be right back with more of the Dre Mack Show.
Hey, y'all, I got a great new album in the mail today.
I don't like the way the honey sauce dripping on my chicken wings, my chicken wings. But I got the honey sauce, the honey sauce for your chicken wings, for your chicken wings, yeah.
This is a fantastic album, man. Let me borrow it.
No, my brother. You've got to buy your own.
We now return to the Transformers.
All right. So that's not me. Y'all got to talk to D Stizzle. Y'all got to talk to D Stizzle. Because that ain't me. Trust me. I wouldn't even sound nowhere close to that. I probably sound worse. But yeah, Malika Andrews, she part of the Butter Biscuit crew. We ain't forgot about you, Malika. Even though she's fine, I think Malika is absolutely gorgeous. But why, Malika? Why do you got to be a part of the Butter Biscuit crew? It's so upsetting. But I'm gonna show you guys a couple things. We got a new. If you send me a super chat, we got 2 new super chats. Here's number 1 for you.
Taste the biscuit.
Thank you.
Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
We got that, and then this is the other one.
You are truly amazing. Thank you for your super chat.
All right. And then what was the other one I wanted to show y'all? I did revamp our favorite, pastime, our praise and worship song over here. I'm gonna show you this, and we're gonna get to the video. This is the last. This is the last one. Well, let me show you this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Now you can own one of the greatest gospel albums ever offered. With only giant hits and legendary stars.
Biscuit. I know. And the truth about it, I love. Oh, how I love this biscuit. Oh, how I love this biscuit. It is the best biscuit. I know.
This treasury is not sold in stores. And when you call the toll-free number now, you also get another entire album of all-time gospel favorites.
We now return to the Transformers.
All right. I had to do a little extra. I had to do a little something. If you want that second album of Butter Biscuits by God, all you gotta do is call the toll-free number. I know some of y'all really like that, so I had to kind of do a little digging, a little editing, you know what I mean? So, all right, let's get to it. This is Tauren Reign Reloaded. Let's get to this video. Not all heroes wear capes. How Black Americans saved America from further depression. Let's get into it. Let's go. I know you guys are excited, and I'm excited too. All right. So I am very, very petty. I did keep body roll, but I did keep one body roll. Erica D said, hit me. Hold on. Oh my God. You know what?
Taste the biscuit.
Thank you for your
Taste the
super chat.
goodness of the biscuit.
See me nice face, boy. I swear. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I got rid of one body roll and I kept one. So yeah, you already know. You probably already know which one I kept. So all right, let's see what Tauren Reign Reloaded is. Yeah, we stay safe in the corporate. You're right. It's a taste of honey sauce. All right, let's go. Tauren Reign Reloaded. Let's go.
What's going on, everybody? Today, I'm here to discuss how Black Americans have literally saved the American economy from further decayment during the Depression of the 1930s and ongoing even to present
no,
day.
Mika.
In this video, I will go over several brands that Black Americans saved in various industries, such as the automobile industry, the fashion industry, the hair care industry, and of course, the entertainment industry. Some you may be familiar with, but I'm almost certain there are several you were not made aware of.
So let's just put a preface to this. This is a video where they're talking about how Black Americans have saved different industries. You're talking about Hollywood, the automotive industry, even fashion, just different things. Our socioeconomic prowess in America has been literally, they literally had a video how to sell to a Negro. That's because we are big consumers. We are big time consumers. Why you think they would never get rid of us? Never. They're not just going to start just getting rid of Black people. All that we go back to the slave. No, we not. Half of us are still slaves in our minds, so they ain't got to put no shackles in shackles around your arms and feet. You already got them around your forehead. So what would they need that for? You know what I mean? But this is what they're talking about. This is what Torian is talking about. And again, I love the way Torian is prefacing this, because it seems like we're always here to save it. It's like the joke that Dave Chappelle said. You know what I'm saying? Well, if we want to, let's just be real. If they really wanted to pass gun control, all Black Americans had to do was go buy guns. That was a joke that Dave Chappelle did, and it's absolutely true. Remember, you know, the NRA wouldn't back the Black Panther Party, even though they were executing their right to bear arms. You see what I mean? So anyway, let me get to this super chat. Don't be selling no prayer cloths with these biscuits. I got you.
You are truly amazing. Thank you for your super chat.
That man just hitting biscuits. All right, let's keep going.
This a learning lesson for all of us. The first one I want to start with is Cadillac, General Motors. Cadillac sales had plummeted during the Great Depression, and GM board considered discontinuing the brand. In 1934, GM executive Nick Dreystadt persuaded leadership to open Cadillac sales to Black customers who were previously excluded. They formed a loyal and affluent buyer base, boosting sales by 70% and thus saving the brand. Cadillac sales plummeted during the Great Depression. By 1933, production slumped from 41,000 cars in 1928 to around 6,700, prompting GM executives to consider discontinuing the luxury brand. Nick Dreystadt, Cadillac nationwide service chief, noticed Black professionals such as lawyers, doctors, entertainers were secretly purchasing Cadillacs.
Lawyers, doctors, and entertainers. This wasn't just anybody. This was our upper class that was still buying the Cadillac. This is one of the reasons why Cadillac is so big in the Black community. It's not just because of the status. It's because they allowed us to buy. And one thing about Black people in America, once you do something for us and we see it's beneficial, we're loyal to you, to the soil. Tell me, put it in the chat. Tell me I'm lying about that. Think about it. We switched political parties because of the Civil Rights Bill of 1968. Or Civil 64. Boy, it's been a long day, but you know what I mean.
Be a white quote frontman. And it's crazy how we think about that now, because they're used right now when a lot of Black people try to get appraisals. I've done several videos and stories about that in recent years. He persuaded GM to end its de facto no Black sales policy, and by 1934 sales surged to 70%, enabling Cadillac to break even and multiply tenfold by 1940.
70%. They wouldn't even sell you a car, and we came up and not only did we increase their profits, we damn near doubled it. Excuse me.
It's been quoted that Black people are loyal customers. If you treat us right, we will stay with you forever.
It's the truth.
Another one that says, if you listen, there's a part that highlights there was already demand, specifically in the Black community, for Cadillacs. Fashion Fair Cosmetics was the pioneering cosmetics line for Black women, launched in 1973 by
Damon?
Johnson Publishing. It faced bankruptcy and shelf shortages, ultimately filing by 2018. Brand's veteran Desiree Rogers and Cheryl Mayberry McKissick, former Johnson Publishing execs, reacquired and revived the line around 2019 to 2021, relaunching it through Sephora, thus preserving this legacy name. Launched in 1973 by Johnson Publishing, makers of Ebony and Jet, Fashion Fair was a premier Black beauty brand, reaching $60 million in sales by 2003.
And just think about how many times have we talked about it, or it is talked about how like Mac and all of that get the fanfare, but there's Black-owned, products out here that actually match with your skin tone. You know what I mean? But they don't want. Sometimes we don't want to see that too, because we are loyal to a brand. So we got to be careful. We got to still, I always say we still got to look at us for a lot of things, because people say we'll always say there ain't it ain't this. There ain't no positive black representation on TV. There's no positive black representation in on in the auto industry. Where is our black this? Where is our black that? Technically, a lot of it is out there. Are you number one, searching for it? If you're complaining there is none, are you searching for it? And B, are you actually, buying it and investing into the product? Because you can't complain about we don't have something when there's stuff out there and you're not investing in the product. Now, on the flip side of that, the product you still have to be respected by said product and said product owner. You still have to, because sometimes you go into certain establishments, just because we look, we got the same complexion doesn't mean you got to treat me any less and treat somebody who looks a totally different hue better, even in our own establishment. So we also got to be aware of that too.
Larger brands introduced inclusive lines and Johnson Publishing declined. Fashion Fair plunged into bankruptcy around 2019. Former Johnson Publishing CEOs Desiree Rogers and Cheryl Mayberry McKissick bought Fashion Fair in late 2019 for approximately $1.85 million. They relaunched the brand in September 2021 at Sephora, featuring modernized makeup, clean ingredients, dermatological input, and actress Kiki Lane as ambassador. The return isn't just commercial, it's a cultural restoration, as Mayberry McKissick said. The brand is for us, by us. Ashley Stewart was seen as a plus-size clothing brand. I know Ashley Stewart. And ended up filing for bankruptcy twice, once in 2010 and again in 2014, closing many stores. Private equity buyers Clear Lake Capital, paired with CEO James Rhee, refocused the brand on its core audience, Black women, leveraging e-commerce, influencer marketing, and community engagement. The turnaround led to strong earnings pre-pandemic.
Do you see how easy that they'll be like, this ain't working? Let's sell it to the Negroes. See, we're not special until you need help. Let's just keep it real. We're not special until you need help. You wouldn't sell it, or you wasn't marketing it towards us. But now that you're filing for bankruptcy, let's give it to the Negroes. Torian is right. AW1, what's up?
Ashley Stewart, a plus-size apparel brand founded in 1991, declared bankruptcy in both 2010 and 2014, leading to numerous store closures. Clear Lake Capital and Fire Pine Group acquired the brand. Post-2014, under CEO James Rhee, the company refocused on Black women consumers, revitalizing e-commerce, harnessing influencer marketing, and embedding community into the strategy. And by 2017, stores were reopening across the U.S. Johnson Products Company was founded with a $500 investment in 1954. This Black-owned hair care company grew rapidly and went public in 1971. It paved the way for future Black cosmetic entrepreneurs and was eventually sold in 1993. But during its tenure,
now, did Johnson Products do Jerry curls? I'm just asking, because I'm you know what I'm saying. When his hair get a little longer, I am going back to the juice, baby. I'm bringing back the juice. Nah, I'm just playing.
Changed perception and access. In 1954, George and Joan Johnson launched Johnson Products, or JPC, with a $500 loan in Chicago. Beginning with men's products like Ultra Wave, the company launched Ultra Sheen in 1957 for women. It dominated the market by the 1960s, achieving $12.6 million revenue by 1970 and going public in 1971. The first Black-owned company on the Amex, sponsored by Soul Train, and hit $40 million in sales by 1976.
By Soul Train.
Through the late 1970s, JPC saw competition from mainstream conglomerates, and in 1993, IBAX acquired it. Then it passed on to P&G in 2004. And in 2009, Black-owned private equity reclaimed JPC, restoring its Black American ownership. North Carolina Mutual Life Insurance.
I was going to say, another thing that we have to be aware of is that they would quickly buy into our product. Now, say for instance that you do own a lucrative business. One of my favorite Black-owned products is Shea Moisturizer, right? I legitimately use that for my, two things, two of the bottles for my hair. My hair has grown rapidly using their products. And I'm not joking about that, right? So they can be lucrative. What we don't need to do is continue to sell those products. Just sell those products to the highest bidder, if you get what I'm saying. Some company goes along, they say, you know what? We like what you're doing. We want to buy you out. We want to buy into your business. Now now they have ownership. We still, I believe, have to keep ownership of the businesses that we have. Look, hey, Erica D, when I come up in this mug with a curl, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing when I'm juicing. Roberta said they also created an employee discount for workers at GM, which helps sales. In addition to black employees, help to establish the black middle class along with factories and federal jobs. And you know that I am a UAW for life. Oh, you can't really see it because your thing is in the way. But for life, UAW. And you are absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. So let me go ahead, let me make sure, because I got, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hit you with this.
You are truly amazing. Thank you for your super chat.
You wanna be my enemy.
Appreciate it, Roberta. And you are dropping jewels on here. Yeah, I'm trying to, Erica, when I come in this mug and I got a juicy juice, I'm gonna be picking myself out like Eric LaSalle on Coming to America. Y'all better stop playing with me. All right, let's keep going.
Insurance, or NC Mutual, was founded in 1898 to serve black communities denied by white insurers, and it became the largest black-owned insurer. It thrived for decades, helping communities save, insure, and invest, even as mainstream options remain limited. Founded in 1898 by John Merrick and colleagues in Durham, North Carolina, Mutual became the largest black-owned life insurer, providing industrial insurance to understand communities and growing rapidly in the early 1900s. A risky reinsurance deal went sour in 2019, triggering a court-ordered rehabilitation, and by October 31st, 2022, NC Mutual was in liquidation. Though now defunct, NC Mutual served as a financial cornerstone for black communities for over a century. Early 20th century hair care pioneers.
I while we're on the topic, I do want to shout out One United. That's who I bank with. Black-owned bank. I left my credit union to come to One United, and I've legitimately been happy with them ever since I made that change. And let me see, I've been with One United now for, oh God, it's been 9 years. 9 years in. Has it been that long? God, dog, I've been there for a long time. And I'm gonna just show y'all, because I'm true to this. You see that? One United Bank. And when I tell you, I'm one of those people. I don't talk black just to be talking black. Oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. Blackity, blackity, black. Nope. When I say that I'm going to do something, I go do it. If I say, and there's local black banks that was here, you know what I mean? I just didn't, I wasn't feeling like some of the options and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And all of that. But One United, no, been rocking with them ever since. So I'm just saying, we can talk about this all day long. What are you doing? All I'm asking is all I'm asking. All right. DeAndre, what's going on? I buy my food, storage bags, and trash bag from Sawas and Mouthwash from Coral Oral, both black-owned companies. Swamp. Oh, I'm talking about, this thing is so big, it's covering up my face. But let me go ahead, let me hook you up. You already know. Gotta, you know what? Should I have you taste the biscuit?
You are truly amazing. Thank you for your
Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Taste the Biscuits. The Informant Media became a YouTube. It's like you became a YouTube member, but you've been a member for 3 months. The Informant Media, and he gifted a membership. Shout out to the Informant. Matter of fact, you know what I mean? Since you gifted a membership, body roll.
Super chat, body roll.
Hi, Mickey G. That's the one I kept. Appreciate the Informant Media with the 100s. With the 100s over here. All righty. All right. Let's keep going.
Annie Malone's Pearl College.
That's not what I wanted to do.
Faced legal and financial setbacks during divorce and the Depression, surviving via resilience. Black Americans helped Madam C.J. Walker, also known as Sarah Breedlove, once Malone's sales agent launched a competing empire. Walker's brand faded post-1981, but was revived in the 2010s under Sundial, Unilever, Walmart. Annie Malone's Pearls brand and Madam C.J. Walker's company pioneered black hair care.
Yes,
Malone faced personal and economic setbacks during the Depression. Walker, her former sales agent, went on to create the first female black self-made millionaire empire. The original Madam Walker brand lasted until 1891, but was revived in 2013 by Sundial Brands, producing a collection at Sephora and acquiring Walker's estate to support black women entrepreneurs.
That's
a modern line known as Madam by Madam C.J. Walker debuted at Walmart in 2021, offering affordable options for under $10.
I'm trying to tell you, like I said, you know, God rest my grandma's soul. And I love the fact that she used to have those black calendars from it was like the funeral home calendars, and it had black history all through that. I read about Madam C.J. Walker, you know what I'm saying? It's so many good black people. I keep saying that because she was a catalyst for me learning more about history. I was already into history anyway, but learning more about black history and black people and the amazing achievements that they've done. I got to thank my grandmother. God rest her soul. But, you know, thank you, Grandma, for putting me on this track.
You're probably saying to yourself, why does any of this matter? Well, across eras and from the Great Depression to the 21st century, the beauty, or known as the beauty boom, Black Americans have rescued, expanded, or revived brands through consumer loyalty, leadership, ownership, and cultural stewardship. These turnarounds ended up underscoring how Black economic influence and creativity preserved not just businesses, but legacies and communities. So now that we have gone over several brands you may or may not have heard of and how Black Americans breathe life into them, let's move over to some more familiar territory, or maybe for some not familiar, the entertainment industry.
It's about to get good.
Shock to anyone that Black Americans consume a lot of entertainment, whether it's film, television, music, or sports. It is also not surprising or shocking that we are a huge driving force behind it as well. But what if I were to tell you that some of the entertainment consumed would be deceased if we did not save it?
Let's talk about
the Apollo Theater in Harlem. By 1975, the iconic venue was nearly shuttered, only able to operate 20 weeks per year with massive staff layoffs, and it ended up filing for bankruptcy in 1981. In 1978, a group of Black investors, Rich and Elmer Morris alongside Guy Fisher, purchased and poured $250,000 into renovations, reviving the theater and preserving its status as a cultural cornerstone. Though it faced further troubles in 1981, this intervention kept it alive to this day. I know some of y'all looking like this. It's like, oh, Torian, not BET. Yes, BET. Yes, I know BET is a shell of its former self, but I have
BET. You niggas ain't got nothing else to watch. BET. Complain to somebody who gives up. all I can think about is the Boondocks. BET is what's in the background. But BET was a driving force in Black entertainment television in its inception. We can't act like it wasn't.
Included into this story. Though not bankrupt, BET was a gamble in a media industry that hadn't fully embraced Black-centered content.
Right.
Robert L. Johnson, with early guidance from mentor John Malone, launched BET in 1980. And it became the first Black-owned TV network on the New York Stock Exchange in 1991 and was sold, unfortunately, to Viacom for $3 billion in 2001, securing its legacy and employee wealth. Ebony and Jet magazine
Jet
was made by Johnson Publishing,
Ebony.
publisher of course, Ebony and Jet, filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy in 2019.
And that's sad because Jet and Ebony, I don't care who you are. If you were in a black household around multiple black people, whether it's aunties or uncles and all of that, there was at least one Jet magazine, right? Or Ebony magazine in your house. I'm just saying, I know it was for me, especially the Ebony Woman of the Month. I used to go turn around looking for the Jet magazine and Ebony Woman of the Month. Oh my God. Oh, I love y'all, my sisters. I love y'all, and that love came from them Jet and Ebony magazines, boy. Whoa.
Assets were sold off, threatening closure. Though not purchased by black owners after bankruptcy, its archives were preserved by consortiums. The brands live on digitally under new owners. This sustained one of the most influential black media archives. And I know some of y'all saying first BET and now Ebony and Jet. It's unfortunate what happened to both mediums, considering they were cornerstones in black households way back when. Cold Black Films, which is a division of Lionsgate, while it was not bankrupt, Cold Black Films was established in 2012 as a part of an alliance between Lionsgate and CEO Jeff Flanagan, focusing on black-led content such as Kevin Hart specials, films by Tyler Perry, and Sanaa Lathan films. Though Lionsgate ended the partnership in 2019, Cold Black continues releasing black-centered media independently. Rainforest Films was founded by Rob Hardy and Will Packer in 1994.
Well, shout out to Will Packer.
That's interesting. I didn't know Will Packer was around that long. This indie film company was financially dissolved following a lawsuit in 2014. Not a traditional bankruptcy, but a complete shutdown. Their legacy paved the way for larger black-led film ventures like Rainforest's founders' later roles at Universal and others. All of these are very interesting indeed. However, there was one minor era in Hollywood that was about to make major waves in the industry. And that was none other than the Blaxploitation era. The one movie that started it all was about to become more known past its memorable lines and incredible leading man in Richard Roundtree. It would go on to become the film that saved an entire movie studio in Hollywood in general from going bankrupt.
All right, before we get to this, he's a bad, bad man. Nothing in his hands. What's his name? Oh, I do gotta take just a quick commercial break. I'll be right back with more of the Dre Mack Show.
We'll be right back.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the butter spread. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the butter spread. Get your butter spread all on me. I don't like the way it mixes with my mac and cheese.
We now return to the Transformers.
All right. Let's keep going. Whew.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are talking about Shaft 1971 and how it not only saved the Hollywood industry, well, it also saved MGM, Metro Goldwyn Mayer, one of the biggest studios at the time.
MGM.
Released in 1971, Shaft was one of the only 3 profitable MGM films that year, grossing roughly $13 million on a $0.5 million budget. MGM had been struggling financially, and Shaft's massive success was pivotal to stabilizing the studio.
What's up, Azelle Ray?
Bankruptcy. As Time put it, Shaft was a black exploitation hit that turned the tide for MGM. Made for $500,000 and grossed approximately $13 million, making it one of only 3 profitable MGM films that year.
Does that sound familiar? You take a budget nobody really believed in, but we gonna do it anyway. What's up, Enrique? We gonna do it anyway. And then it turns out to be a box office success. Seeing a black man as the leading man that was not Sidney Poitier You know what I'm saying? At that time. And what we would call Richard Roundtree a man's man. Sound familiar? I guarantee you, Torian got, because I don't know what else. I have not seen the rest of this. But I guarantee you there's going to be more examples of this coming up. Let's keep going.
The success of Shaft is credited with preventing MGM from sinking deeper into financial trouble. Its strong returns helped stabilize the studio. As one source note, it earned enough money to save then struggling MGM from bankruptcy. Targeting urban black audiences via black advertising firm Uniworld, it also achieved crossover appeal, showcasing black talent behind the camera as well as on screen. Sparked by Shaft,
absolutely, Junior Network,
black focused
Kansas
films like Shaft
born.
and Superfly carved out a profitable niche in Hollywood. A key example is Melvin Van Peebles' Sweet Back Badass song 1971, which he financed himself, paid off, and it also paid off Bill Cosby's loan, and distributed via the then near bankrupt Cinema Nation company. It grossed $2.6 million in its first 9 weeks, reviving both the company and black independent cinema. Directed, produced, written, edited, and scored by Melvin Van Peebles.
Melvin Van Peebles.
Around 150 to 500,000.
I don't think Melvin Van Peebles gets, just to me, I don't think he gets the credit that he deserves. You know, I know he does it in some groups, but I don't think he should be celebrated more for what exactly he did. Of course, his son Mario Van Peebles is very famous, but Melvin Van Peebles did. I mean, we got to give him his props. You know what I mean? We got to give him his props, and I don't think he gets the credit to me that I believe he deserves.
He also secured a $50,000 loan from Bill Cosby to complete production. It grossed over $10 million, making it the highest grossing independent movie of its time. Cinema Nation Industries was near collapse, but the film's success breathed new life into it by providing essential revenue. There are highlights with context that says Melvin Van Peebles financed the entire production, wound up with controlling ownership, and became the highest grossing independent film ever at the time. When I think of controlling ownership, it makes me think of the deal that Ryan Coogler got with Sinners over there at Warner Brothers. With the success of the 2 previous films that I mentioned, that was considered the birth of the black independent wave as far as film, also known as what would become the Blaxploitation era. Sweetback paved the way.
And the reason why, I don't know if Tori is going to get into it, the way that I put the definition, what's up, Forrest? It's good. Good to see you in the chat. The way that I explain blaxploitation is it's in the name. You got black films that they saw what MGM did, right? And they exploited as much content as they possibly can, and some of those studios to line their pockets, which started to be, we don't care how detrimental it is. What's crazy is we always talk about representation in Hollywood, representation, which is not bad. I feel that. But if we don't go and say, remember the Blaxploitation movement, this is the same thing. They did the same thing with the Kung Fu craze. But when it came to black people, you know, the more raunchier it got, you know what I mean? The more raunchier it got, the more studios look to benefit and profit off of it. We cannot ignore that part. What up, Dr. Carpe? Shalom, my brother. But we can't ignore that part. See, a lot of people, you know, they talk about what's going on now with representation. It has always been like that. Shout out to Lauren Victoria Burke. Because, you know, we talked about this, along with Torian, on, what was that? On Sunday. You know, even though we were pounding out great talent, the Pam Greers and Jim Brown got into acting, and you know, Bill Cosby, Sidney Poitier, and you could go on and on and on and on and on about the black talent in beautiful black talent. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful black talent on screen. But then studios started to say, we don't want the real story. We want the foolishness. And you started to see blaxploitation stop being what we're creating and what they wanted to be created. You know what I mean? Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Okay. And Tina, I completely agree with you. But for the sake of the conversation, that's why I'm calling that.
For mainstream hits like Shaft and Superfly, triggering studios to green light black-led urban-centered projects. Alongside earlier trailblazers like Oscar Micheaux and William Foster, Van Peebles' success showed that black-driven filmmaking could be both culturally powerful and financially viable. Producers like William Foster, also known as Foster Photoplay 1910, and Oscar Micheaux from the Micheaux Film Corporation were early trailblazers in black cinema. Though they didn't save major studios, they sustained black film infrastructure.
Yes, Hollywood
These films
talks about
demonstrated that black-led stories could drive real profitability, not just inspire audiences. They showed skeptics that black creators and entrepreneurs could create bankable media, change Hollywood's calculus, and preserve studios and distributors from collapse. Now, we've already gone over the hair care industry, the beauty industry, the automobile industry. We talked about various forms of media such as print, theater, and even the blaxploitation era. But there's another industry that helps save Hollywood. Well, not so much save Hollywood, but save an industry within an industry. And that industry that I'm talking about is the comic industry.
Let's go.
You're probably wondering about an even bigger elephant in the room.
Way big
elephant. Black Americans save what? Let me rephrase it. Help contribute to the beginning of what would become the MCU? The answer to that is, in my opinion, yes. Mainly due to the success of a major comic book character who redefined the superhero genre altogether at a time when it was not seen as popular or at the very least profitable. Of course, the character I am referring to is the Daywalker himself, Blade. Which was released.
Well, I'm gonna let Tori keep going, but I want to preface something that I had a conversation with someone just on yesterday. A lot of people when Blade came out, because you don't see, and I think this is the original cover, right?
The 1998.
This is the original cover. You don't see a Marvel logo nowhere on that cover, right? So a lot of people went to go see that movie not knowing that it was a comic book movie. They thought they were just watching a badass vampire movie with a black dude who actually can walk around in the light. They had no idea that they were watching an actual Marvel superhero. Think about that for just a second. Now, not only was it bankable, Wesley Snipes was probably at the height of his powers. You know what I mean? At the height of where he's at, right? I mean, Passenger 57 and all these other movies was coming out. I mean, I think this was after Tu Wong Fu though, because I can't let y'all just skip past Tu Wong Fu like he wasn't in that. But I'm just saying, but Wesley was a hot commodity. He was literally what Will Smith later became to be. And he kind of took a little bit of the torch from Denzel too. 1600 Pennsylvania. Good. But you know what I'm talking about. But I'm just saying, so he was marketable, bankable, all of that stuff. So when you went to go see Blade, half of the people had no idea what he was actually doing. Of course, we want to see. Let's just be for real. Y'all can put it in the comment section. We want to see badass black people, especially black males, you know what I'm saying, kicking ass on screen. We've been in the reason why I said that is because Shaft proved that 2 decades before this movie even came out. If 1971 proved anything, 1998 really proved how bankable a talented black actor really is. And then let's take a step further. You know what I'm saying? What, roughly, let me see, 18 years, almost 18 years after that, 20 years later, Black Panther comes out. They showed another bankable black male star. The reason why, you know what I'm saying, people are talking about Mr. Terrific. I don't care who you are. You see a cool ass black dude on screen, you gonna want to see it. You gonna want to see more of that. This is just our power. All I'm saying is this is our power. This is our superpower, or our presence, everything about us, the way we walk, the way we talk. I mean, it's been said over and over again. We are the movement. Never forget that, people. Let's keep going.
He played a major role in saving Marvel, particularly by proving that Marvel characters could succeed in Hollywood, setting the stage for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, also known as the MCU. While it didn't directly pull Marvel out of bankruptcy, it revived Marvel's reputation in film and opened the door for its modern financial success. It was released on August 21st, 1998. It had a budget of $45 million. It grossed over $131 million worldwide. It was starring Wesley Snipes, and it was produced by New Line Cinema, not Marvel Studios, because that did not yet exist.
Didn't exist yet.
Why was Blade so important is probably a question many people ask. Well, for starters, it got Marvel its first box office hit. Before Blade, Marvel had a string of flops or unreleased disasters.
Fantastic Four, 1994, anybody?
The 1990 version of Captain America and the Fantastic Four movie that was never released. Blade was the first Marvel-based film to be a critical and commercial hit. While it got a 55% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, it was a huge It was a huge support with fans and had strong DVD sales. The second reason why it's so important is because it proved Marvel characters could be profitable. Marvel had filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 1996, and they were desperate to monetize their IP. So Blade's success gave Marvel leverage in Hollywood and proved that, one, superhero films could be good even before X-Men and Spider-Man came out. Two, black-led superhero films could sell worldwide. I mean, look at the success of what the first Black Panther did. And three, mature R-rated comic content could make real money. Thus, hence the success that Deadpool and Wolverine had, being the first R-rated film in the MCU.
You gotta go back to Blade. Again, they didn't market Blade as a comic book movie. Again, like I said before, most people had no idea they were watching the comic book movie. Just when we were talking about Sinners, and we did the reaction video to Stevie Buttermilk Biscuit Night. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, man, you know, Blade and stuff like that. He didn't even know he was watching a comic book movie. All he cared about was a cool, let's be real. He wanted to see a cool black dude do cool shit. That's what it was. And not only did they deliver, you understand? Not only did they deliver, they came back with another one. Now, we don't talk about the third one as much, but still, it was still profitable. I know why, you know, and this is why I said it's the Disney heads. It's the Disney heads that have a problem with what you see on screen right there. Fans don't. White fans, black fans, any fans, they don't have a problem with what you see on screen. But the old white guys that still have those racist beliefs, they fear that because they know we are the wave. They know that, and they can't stand that. Robert D with the $20 to 1999 super chat. Thank you so very much. Black History. Thanks, Torian and Dre. Thank Torian. Torian put in a lot of work on this video. I appreciate him allowing me to do a reaction video to this. Let me go ahead and hook this up real quick for you.
Gang bang, gang bang, gang bang. You are truly amazing. Gang Thank you for your super chat.
Gang bang, gang bang. All right, all right, all right. I want to just take a really, we almost done. We got about 8 more minutes of this video. Let me take another. I gotta just take a quick break, and I'll be right back with more of the Dre Max Show.
Hey, y'all, I got a great new album in the mail today.
I don't like the way the honey sauce dripping on my chicken wings, my chicken wings. But I got the honey sauce, the honey sauce for your chicken wings, for your chicken wings, yeah.
This is a fantastic album, man. Let me borrow it.
No, my brother. You've got to buy your own.
We now return to the Transformers.
All right. Let's get back into it. Let's go.
I guess you could throw Suicide Squad in there for the DCU as well. The next reason why Blade was so important is because it opened the door for X-Men and Spider-Man.
Yep.
Without Blade, studios may have been less confident in investing big money into X-Men via Fox or Spider-Man
no,
via
Pam.
Sony. Those films made billions and led to the eventual formation of Marvel Studios.
Yes, they
did.
If
Blade had failed, it's unlikely X-Men would have been made, and certainly not Spider-Man. And that is a quote from.
She fine, Enrique, but she be butter.
And the next part is Wesley Snipes' cultural impact. Snipes' portrayal helped redefine the image of superhero films because one, he was black, powerful, and he had style.
Exactly.
2, it wasn't comic relief or a sidekick as far as his character. He was
man.
The hero. Well,
yes.
That leaves a lot to be desired when it comes to that third Blade film, which we
thank
don't
you, Torian.
Series. And the last part is inspired a generation of fans and future creators, such as the Black Panther film wouldn't look the same without Blade, according to some sources. And the last point is that Blade helped rebrand Marvel as an edgy, viable IP company. It proved Marvel wasn't just for kids. It could compete in adult action film markets. This helped Marvel push more IP licensing and ultimately launched Marvel Studios in 2005. So the biggest question after going over all of that is, did Blade save Marvel? And the quick answer is yes. Blade played a critical role in Marvel's survival and rise. It didn't fix the finances directly like the Toy Biz merger did, but then again, most people wouldn't compete with the toys anyway. But it also proved Marvel could work on screen, and it gave Marvel cultural credibility, fan energy, and studio confidence.
Yes.
All in all, those were some examples of how Black Americans saved some of the most famous brands in and outside of the country today. I have always said that we are the trendsetters of the world.
Absolutely.
We move the needle all the time. And when the needle stopped, it's because we got tired and bored of it. But another major reason I made this commentary is because I wanted to show you why the dominant society not so much wanted integration, but more so they needed integration in order to thrive.
Yes.
Imagine had segregation gone on for maybe another 10 years past the time that it ended. They may not be in the position they are in right now. Of course, I do not have a time machine to go back in time to stop it from occurring. So what I'm saying is pure fantasy speculation.
Just think about it like this. To piggyback what he's saying, the reason for the Civil War is why? Because they knew the South had free labor. Without our labor, that's why I never understood the fascination with the Confederate flag in the South. Never understood that. Because you guys were if you're so American and we're America, then why are you raising the Confederate flag, which is a traitor flag? Unless it's not really about the Confederacy and thinking about freedom and all of the stuff, because the Confederates were traitors to America as a whole. Maybe it's because of the racism and the power that you had down in the South. But see, without us, what has to be understood is that you don't have the economic power that the South was without us. And even in the North around that time, They were begging black people to come up to the North. Why? Because they knew we could be able to run those factories, those steel mills, all of that stuff. The automotive industry, the plant does not happen for Ford, GM, and all these other companies without George Washington Carver talking to Henry Ford and actually being friends with Henry Ford. You don't have that. Again, we get washed out of society, and as Torian stated about segregation, remember, every time we were segregated and we were thriving, they came effing with us. Just like how they come effing with us when we over here minding our own black business over here blurting out. They come over here and talk about woke this and woke that and yada, 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 and all this other mess. Now, how we were kings and shit. But I'm not coming over to your side doing that. But why is it so? What is the fascination? Because they know we are the heartbeat of America. We are the soul. Our blood that was shed on this soil, we're just as much of this foundation as anybody. Still honor that. And don't forget, this is your country too. So you fight for what's right. All right, let's finish this up.
But it also shows why they needed us to be dependent on them, because our independence is their downfall. They know it and we know it. Also, apparently in 2025, they still need black Americans to save them, because word on the street is these white farmers, many of them Trump supporters, are going through it so bad that they need black people to come work their fields for them. I want you to listen to this audio that I retrieved from the Lovely T channel so you can see exactly what I mean.
Well, you know, thanks for all the new followers and everything, y'all. I guess I do have a new job. And you know what? I have receipts. All these people think that I am their friend. They think I am one of them. And so they will tell me anything I ask them. They'll tell me where they live, what the mama's name is, what the baby's name is. I mean, they just tell me everything. And they're all racist as fuck. I mean, really, I didn't believe for a long time that racism was as alive as it is.
Racism is a team sport.
It is here. It's still here. It's still
been
kicking.
here.
And the further you get out, like there are people in the United States that barely ever see a black person.
You know what's so funny? People act like racism just magically disappeared. It's the fundamental foundation of America. It's never. You literally had to uproot America for racism to go away. And I don't see that happening no time soon.
I live in the South, so I see black people all the time. Grew up with black people. Half my town's black. But these people are mean. Whew. And I think I'm going to have to start doing something about it. So now that I have fallen down this rabbit hole, I just jumped on the Twitters. And I got
where all the races there.
Where I pretend to be a MAGA guy. And I saw a live. And I am not kidding you. This dude, all these dudes these farmer dudes in there, these farm owner dudes, they're saying, well, we thought the blacks would come back and do the jobs because
the blacks would come
they
back
don't
and do the
have
jobs.
Well, I'm sorry to break
They
it
don't
to
have
you,
jobs.
but black people have jobs.
What the fuck?
And
Hold
you
on,
thought
wait a
you
minute.
were-
The blacks don't have jobs. See, and again, that's why I said MTR. What are you doing, baby? Because Fox News pushes this rhetoric that you're repeating. And now, this is what white people think of us. We ain't got jobs. We just out here we ain't got nothing. We just broke. We just out here commit crimes.
Getting your slaves back is basically what you were saying. Like,
Yeah,
that's what you
form
thought.
themselves.
It's still going right now. And I'm not going to post a link to it because I don't want to give these people a voice. But they think they're in a safe space on Twitter. They're not.
So you heard in that audio right there, it was a white guy on TikTok, and he basically goes and he inserts himself into a lot of
Robert
these
D.
MAGA type of groups just to see what they're talking about, and he plays up the role like he's there agreeing with what they're doing, but really he's gathering intel to bring back to the audience to let them know how they are. And he went and he stumbled across this one about when it came to the white farmers and how they were losing, out because of what Trump was doing, and how they want black people, in so many words, to come and work their fields, basically, because they don't want to work them. This is why I say that they are their clancestors. When I heard this for the first time, it reminded me of what Mary told Sammy in Sinners, because what she said to him is exactly what I would have said to them.
Boy, if you don't get the fuck out of my face.
Straight like that. I mean, that is absolutely pathetic. But what
exactly, Dr. Carpy.
They are their clancestors. In that audio that you heard further proves my point. Well, that's going to bring this video to an end. I hope y'all enjoyed the commentary. I hope you learned a lot. This, like I said, is a learning curve for a lot of people, because I'll admit.
And again, I know this is the end of the video, and I will make sure to put a link to the video in the description. But, excellent video, Torian. Excellent video. Oh, God, I forgot to put myself back up here. Excellent video. And for me, the one of the things that I could take away is that, hold on, yo. I need to stop being cheap and give me a new arm. Or just put this mug right the first time. There we go. Oh, there we go. All right. Oh, it's one more part? Okay. All right. You said it's one more part? Okay. Let me put a hold on real quick. I thought you was hitting the wrap it up button. Hold on. Let it play. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let it play.
When I was doing the research, a lot of this stuff I did not know. And I said, I have to put this into the form of a commentary. I actually like doing commentaries like this, where it actually challenges me to go and do further research beyond what it is that I already know, because you can never stop learning. When you stop learning, then your life is pretty much over. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I will talk to you in the next one.
But wait, there's more.
How could I forget the savior of the Super Bowl halftime show? And it's crazy when I think about it, because I'm actually recording this added part on the same day or evening or night when I did the Black Music Month jam session over on Rumble. Again, shout out to everybody who came over and contributed to it. But remember, up until Michael Jackson, the Super Bowl halftime show was nothing more than marching bands from schools and colleges and whoever they could get a band to play during that time. And it was low ratings at that point. That was usually a time where people got up, went to the restroom, maybe got some food, stepped outside a little bit, caught some fresh air, and then came back when the game was on. So the ratings were low. It even got so bad, in fact, that then Living Color had pulled a stunt and basically played something on another channel, which I believe was Fox at the time, to distract people from that. And they went and looked at that, and the ratings went high. And the people over the NFL said, "No, we can't let this happen the following year." And they said, "Okay,
shout out to Living Color.
Who can we call in order to get someone to do this show?" Okay, I know. Let's get the biggest artist in the world right now. And ironically, if I'm not mistaken, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, I believe Michael Jackson was on tour at the time. So they pulled him from his tour, apparently, to come and get him to do this show. And he did the show. And as they say, the rest is history, making Michael Jackson the first, as far as I know, mainstream artist to headline a Super Bowl halftime show. And then that's what they've been doing ever since 1993 and on.
Yes.
So yet again, you have another FBA saving an organization that is predominantly white.
All right. But wait, there's more. I love it. I freaking love it. All right. Why? Hold on. Wait a minute. Where am I? There we go. Why is... Okay, I got stuff out of order. Let me put this back up here. There we go. There we go. Let me put myself back. No, not that. That up here. There we go. And this. Nope. Get that out of here. Delete that because I don't need that. There we go. There we go. All right. Again. Let me just say on the behalf of the video, great video. And this is one of those videos that proves to me that we don't have a problem saving industries, saving entertainment. We don't have a problem saving chicken sandwiches. Like, we made it hype to go to Popeyes that year. Y'all remember that. And a lot of people was buck dancing for that chicken sandwich too. My biggest question is, are we going to use that same energy to fix our neighborhoods? To fix the lower part of our neighborhoods that majority of us is at, and there's a lot of empty buildings. When are we going to put that money and start building businesses over in that area? And everything ain't got to be a food stand. Everything ain't got to be hair and clothes. What about electronic store, black owned? What about more, grocery stores that actually sells organic food at a reasonable price? It's black owned. What about we own the condos that's in those areas and we actually go out and we make sure our neighborhoods is clean? What about we take those apartments and renovate them? Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying, it's so easy to show how much ice we rocking, what our new car is. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But where's the car dealership owned by black people? Not a rim shop, a legitimate new car dealership that we can go out and reach out to black banks to give us loans. See, I know there was a big controversy with Nas getting a casino or putting this money into the casinos. I understand the backlash. But there was a time he was begging people to open up a grocery store and stuff like that. Other people that was just as rich as him. Nah, we just gonna create another record studio. We're just gonna. Well, I'm gonna have me a record studio here. I'm gonna be Lifetime Records. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do Lifetime Records because I'm gonna try to do this for a lifetime and never make any progress. No real progress. I do want to say that I do appreciate the people who are out there doing the work in their neighborhoods. I want to shout out the people that's out there putting in work, whether it's making sure that there is greenhouses so we can be able to grow our own fresh fruits and vegetables in our neighborhood. Shout out to the people who do that. Shout out to the people who still invest in the education of our kids and make sure that free lunches isn't just a government-owned thing, that we're actually doing that for our neighborhood. Shout out to all the black men and women who go out there every single day and make sure that our kids is educated despite how much the actual school district is not paying them. Shout out to all the black professors that are out there, all the black entrepreneurs that's out there that's literally saying what I'm saying. But wouldn't it be dope if we got the elite of us to do that too? But since we don't have the elite, shout out to all the people who's out there putting the ground level work that never get acknowledged. Salute from me to you. So I know y'all out there doing what you supposed to do, and not only saving that industry, but also saving us. All right. Orbico was good. I seen Blue was up here. And you said the magnificence. I like it. I like the magnificence. I like it. And I'm going to start anytime that I'm anytime I start doing these reaction videos. Shout out to my friend Tiffany. She told me this before, but I so happened to go on a single, tool, and I was like, ChatGPT, hey, what would be something that I could be able to use for reaction videos? And why did it say Dre Mac Reacts? The same thing my homegirl Tiffany said at my job. She was like, you do reaction videos. Once you call one of your segments Dre Mac Reacts. You know what? I might just do that. So now, when I do these type of reaction videos, it's going to be the Dre Mac Reacts portion. So most definitely, you magnificent people. I like that. Magnificent people. The Dre Mac Reacts is going to come soon. I'm going to make a whole playlist where every time I do a reaction video, it's for that. So, everything else will be separate. But the Dre Mac Reacts, going to make sure that we institute that over here on the Dre Mac Show. But it is that time, like always.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
Dre in the magnificence. It's exactly. Exactly. Hey, Blue, I got a shout out to my man Blue. Shout out to Blue. I shouted out Blue earlier, but yeah, shout out to Blue. It's I am magnificent. I might be making, hey, don't trip. It might be another couple videos to introduce this magnificent bunch. You know what I'm saying? And the Dre Mac Reacts portion. So trust me, we doing big things. We doing big things. We gonna look back on this. We're gonna giggle and laugh. You know what I'm saying? When we over here at 100,000 subscribers, and we're like, remember when Blue, all you beautiful, magnificent people? Let's go. Let's go. Anyway, thank you so very much for Tauren Reign Reloaded for his video today. Very educational. And make sure, without my reaction, go ahead and watch his video in its entirety so you can actually understand exactly where he was coming from without my ignoring voice on top of that. But also, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Did you understand where he was coming from? Did he miss some things? Was there something that you would have thrown in there? Put it in the comment section below and let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'm going to holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe power. Make sure to come back tomorrow. It is tomorrow is Death Battle Fridays. Y'all better come on back. Where's my outro at? Death Battle Fridays, Thor versus Wonder Woman tomorrow. Let's go. But I gotta go. Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over? What? Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.